So please, guys, consider liking and sharing. Hit that notification bell and hit all. That way you're updated every time I go live. And if anybody can donate too, the super chat is live. I remember now. Okay, this is Ultraspank. You guys remember Ultraspank? Any Ultraspank fans out there? I'll tell you a bit how I got into these guys back when. But first, let's listen to some of this tune. It's a lot of wife beaters. Okay, I remember this tune. Yeah, on the recording. It doesn't start so new metally. It doesn't start like with the drum track right there. I want to say the recording was way more like radio friendly, at least the way I remember it. We got our first new metal trope though. We got an electronic drum beat, and like I'm counting at least. Okay, I guess 2 wife beaters isn't too bad. One of the guys is pretty buff though. Holy shit! And I think we got one of the dreadlock guys. Look at that bass player right there. No, it's not a dreadlock guy, but he does have the new metal beard thing going on. The pencil thin beard that looks a little douchey, a little. He's got like there's a pedo stash. There's also the pedo beard. I mean, that's a pretty tight chorus. I remember this tune. I remember listening to it pretty often. I had like the single on CD. Back in the day, they would give out CDs at concerts. And I remember going to see Rob Zombie. It was Rob Zombie and The Damned open for him. This was Rob Zombie. This is before House of a Thousand Corpses came out. And they were showing clips from the movie that were not in the movie. But he was like, hey, man, I'm working on this movie. You know, it's taking a while. I knew about it at the time. And I went to go see The Damned. But also, it was cool to see Rob Zombie. He put on one hell of a show. There was like a SWAT team with hot girls. And there was like a giant devil head. And seeing the footage from House of Thousand Corpses was the coolest. But one thing they did was I got a bunch of CDs that day. I got a Cottonmouth Kings demo that day as well. But I remember getting the Ultraspank CD. It was like a rat or mouse with like an ear on it or something, or some shit like that. Or it was like a tube with a rat in it. I don't remember. There's some weird looking cover. And I got that cause single. It wasn't the single on CD. Cause single. Jesus Christ! I just dated myself. I'm old, guys. But I had the single and I listened to that for a while. It's a pretty moody song. It's done well. I think it's like it's a good tune. A good song's a good song. This could have been done acoustically, and I think it would have been pretty well. I think the singer is amongst the better of like the kind of copy and paste new metal singers as well. I mean, I always thought that they were a better band than their name warranted, Ultraspank. I mean, and it's ironic that I saw them at a Rob Zombie show because Rob Zombie actually is responsible for their name, Ultraspank. Sounds kind of like a Rob Zombie thing, right? And this is another group, according to Wikipedia, that only had 2 albums out. I mean, they had one in '98, one in 2000, and I'm assuming the one I got my hands on was in 2000. And let's see, it looks like there's been, like with all these groups, it's like, oh, there was a Facebook post or there was like a Twitter post, sometimes it's even MySpace, and like they're like, oh, they're hinting at a reunion, but it never happened. Happens all the time with these new metal groups. And Ultraspank, I don't know if a reunion is warranted or not, but I do feel that this song should be more respected than it is. It's a pretty good tune. Look at this guy. Look at that buff guy right there. He's like, I have problems. Being buff is not one of them, but I have all kinds of other problems. Oh, man. Yeah. I wonder if these dudes have matching tattoos. Is that the same guy? He just switched spots? Oh, you're stuck between a couple meatheads. Ultraspank indeed. I could see this track easily on like a soundtrack somewhere to like some TBS show back in the day, like, the Witchblade TV series or something. Her like some shitty effects, TNT Action Hour with this song playing in the background. Aside from "Hey Man, Nice Shot" by Filter, which I think they're still using. Good lord, like this is a pretty good tune, and I think it should at the very least. Like if they were to just start playing this on the radio all the time, I bet you nowadays it would probably play a lot better than it did back when, at least. So let's see. What do you guys think of Ultra Spank? I never really got back in those days. Shit was way harder. I wasn't gonna spend like 5 hours on fucking Kaza or Napster or whatever trying to download some Ultra Spank. I didn't like the band that much, but I did appreciate that tune. And what do you guys think? Should we maybe look deeper into those guys sometime? Oh.